Aloha guys, welcome to JRTV Hawaii, in search of a great marriage, new ideas, and world peace. And guess what? This is a special edition. It is myth versus fact. And I'm actually starting off at a point in which there were conflicts, physical conflicts, in terms of struggles for land. Now, in this time where we've become more sophisticated and technology has helped us, and we've just been able to experience more abundance as a society in the world, now it's a question of being honest and not misusing that opportunity. And the way I see us doing that is simple things. Let's start with myth number one, that you can't live forever. People make the mistake of thinking, oh, I'm getting older, I'm becoming a grandfather, etc. That's why I don't like these hierarchical terms. I prefer the terms of spiritual family. You know, you raise somebody up and they become an equal to you, and then they can voluntarily remain connected and commit to you because they share common values and interests. So that's a myth right there. Two myths: that people get older and that you have to label each other as your biological family, and that's the best way you can serve each other. No, the best way you can serve each other is by being emotionally, financially independent, and then your glass is full and you have enough to give to others. You can support each other as friends. And another myth is you have to say no. You don't. That you have to say yes to everything. Boundaries. All right. I want you to try this yoga stretch. It's like this. Vigorously shaking the head back and forth, and it's saying no. It's just like the shake. All right. The shake is where you move your knees like this quickly. It's revitalizing. Okay. And then there's ways where you can rotate. You want to move your joints around. You want to jog. You want to do some push-ups. Keep, warm up your body and flex around. But here, I think I'm going to take us on a little journey here. We're going to identify some more myths and then turn them into the facts, the magic of what they really are. So come join me. Maybe we'll get some music going and we'll take a ride. Let me just belt up here. All right. So everyone breathing. Remember, breathing, that's another myth, that all these addictions and addictive behaviors, and it can all be overcome by breathing. Focused, concentrating breathing. And guess what? Another myth is that you need the internet. Okay? Is that you need the internet that you need like physical experiences. A lot of things you can look online. You can look at fashion. The old road used to go that goes across these mountains. So that the idea that you need fashion, that you need, cars and all these luxurious, vacations and stuff. All that stuff, in this day and age, guess what, guys? That you can experience by looking on the internet and enjoying all the visual. And what I do sometimes is I just browse for several hours, and it gets me over it. It gets me over that urge to, I want to get this, because it modifies itself. I say, I want to get this particular thing, and then I look at it a lot, and then I say, well, maybe I want something else, and so on. And you can do that in this day and age. You can use virtual tours of cities, of cars, whatever you want. But here, let's put on some music and let's go have some fun, guys. All right. So so what I want to suggest is that there are myths out there. Myths like you need to have an attractive body in order to be happy. It's just not the case. We are all that is. we are pure consciousness. And with that mindset, you can realize that, hey, you know what? I'm all that. I'm God. I'm all that is. And I'm gonna, as a puppeteer, I'm gonna make humanity's better. That's another myth that you need. That we shouldn't try to be all we can be. Like, we shouldn't try to people selectively, like an attractive couple having more children. That's a good thing. All right, it's only bad. Mythbusters. It's only bad. Okay, and the only source of envy is when people are misusing what they have. And there is no such thing as envy. It's actually a disapproving of the way somebody is using their body, misusing their body and their wealth. Alright? So, this is great, guys. We're just busting over here. We are boosting. And speaking of boosting, the myth, what is this? Like myth number 7. Let's try to number everything. So myth number 7 is the idea that it's bad to die. And that was generated by the idea that heaven is good, but heaven is not good. It's a paradox, because heaven is actually not a good thing. It's boring, it's uneventful, you want to reincarnate. But people get afraid because they actually don't like the idea of heaven. On a deep soul level, we know there's something more. We know that we just keep coming and just totally manifesting in all as consciousness in all many different bodies over time. All right. So, but where do we go with that? Well, we can boost. We can do a little, DMT experience. See, wait a second. This is not my body. It's an out-of-body experience. Boom. Then you feel good about boosting, letting go of your body. It's called humane suicide. I think at the end of life, instead of, dwindling away, like wearing a diaper, etc., what we can do instead is we can we can totally. Oh yeah, this is a fun song. All right, here we go, guys. So, what we can do is we can live. And when you are free to let go of your body, when it's no longer serving you, you can help your wife humanely suicide. Hold on a second. Let me all right. So where are we going now? Well, we're cruising. All right. Here we go. Let's get out of here. All right. So, myth busting, right? What am I myth busting? I'm myth busting the very concepts that hold society together, but these are going to hold society together even better. All right, we're talking about society, people, how they relate to each other, their culture. Another myth that it's good to be around the opposite sex because it's like you get to kind of be around them and look at them. No, it's not good. It's not good to exercise with the opposite gender. Not good to get a massage from the opposite gender. Not good to talk casually with them. We need to treat things as sacred and exciting and meaningful. All right? And the way you do that is by saying, you know what, this is a sacred womb, this is a woman, and realizing that, all the drama of like people hoping and wishing and wanting to like flirt with each other and talk, it's all inefficient. And that's another myth. Like, this is like myth number 10. The idea that you need to kind of make people like you or rely on luck or hope or you know, that you're attractive enough. No, you are who you are. Don't want people to like you if they don't want to you know, they don't like you. Don't want somebody to pretend to like you, right? You want to transcend that. All right, and the way to supersede that is to enter into the realm of I am me. I am all that is truth, and I'm comfortable with that. I don't need anything more. So why not use this body as a scientist would, like as a scientist would manage the robot in such a way that, you know, things were controlled. And actually, I'm going to show you guys something. This is the ocean coming up, but I want to also show you something really cool. It's right up here. It's the old road. Look at this, guys. Look at where come on, where am I, baby? Where am I? Ooh, yeah. All right. This is where I am, dude. We're out here myth busting, man. Alright? So, like I was suggesting. Oh, look at this mountain range, dude. Come on, you guys. Come on. Alright? Alright, so. Yeah, if anyone's, you know, and if people say that, oh, they don't like the idea of marriage, just say you think, don't try to get into an argument, just say, you know what, we have different positions, and I believe that that it's the most efficient way towards peace. And another mistake that you know, people have made is they're thinking that, well, it's somehow, you know, all it's about is the pursuit of pleasure. So they want like better sexual experiences, you know, or drugs and alcohol, and that's a mistake, because love is pleasing somebody because you care about them. Lust is just the pursuit of pleasure. Alright, and anyone who says, well, I'm just experimenting, no, it's black and white, it's science. It's either premarital intimacy or not. The most efficient way to marriage, the most efficient way to peace and joy for both the individual and the collective as society. You know, it's that culture, guys. It's that culture of being in truth, not trying to seduce or manipulate, you know, other people, and just caring about people in such a way that transcends the lower chakra system, transcends desires, allows you to control you're activating your own chakras. That's what I'm saying. And then there's another myth that, you know, people have to have perfect bodies or perfect sex organs. Like, how do you define that? I mean, you know, in theory, the best would be like smaller sex organs for the men and women that would allow them to, you know, they're easier to use, the function of them. But you know, ultimately, you know, you want good for people, and some people have everyone has different priorities of what characteristics they want for somebody's body, for their DMO, their dream mate, only life partner. Okay, so people have different motives, right? And you know, they have, like, everyone should have a list. Everyone should have a list of people who they're willing to commit to in terms of people they care about, or people that they want to, you know, commit to for their lives. Like, what's like your top 2 priorities? Like mine, for example, is veganism and marriage. Yours might be whatever it is, whatever is important to you, whatever hobbies, whatever, you know, there should be a list, and there should be a list of things you do not want. Have the confidence to make that list. You can publish it online as part of a marriage profile of this is who I am. And here's another myth, that you should always be searching and wanting to get married. You know, you want to have sufficient financial, you know, wherewithal, I should say, preparedness. You don't want to have to. Yeah, you want to be financially like there, and emotionally as well. You want to know who you are, know what you really want. And I can say that as a younger person, one thinks they know what they want, but there is a little fine tuning to do. So I would say maybe it's like the age of like 25, maybe 30, that you're really like, this is me. So just start working on it. But yeah, the myth here I'm busting is the idea that people need to, shall I say, people need to do what? What do they need to do? That they need to get married? No. People need, like, for example, I don't even want to pursue any, even if I had the financial wealth, I wouldn't want to pursue a family or intimacy, because I care about people, I care about the world, and I feel like there are problems in the world that need to be resolved before I'm willing to enjoy some of the enjoyments of the human experience. You know, like, I don't want to go on a vacation and such. I want to make the world a special place. So, and that's probably, if you're watching this far into my myth busting, that's, you know, you're probably thinking the same thing. You're like, you know what? It's an ugly world, and I want to make it nice before, for example, bringing more children into it. We've got a lot of children out there who need our help, and we are humans. We'll look out for each other. All right? Focus on that. Breathe into that. All right, so I think that's a good collection of myths. That's like 15 key points I made. So I just want to thank you for joining me, and remember the light work I do. You know, another myth is that prayer works. Well, it only partially works. The power of the word is pretty good, but what's even better than the power of the word is the idea, okay, the idea that the mind thinks in terms of images. So think of people smiling, do some light work. I have a video of a light work follow along tutorial. You know, do that. You can do it when you feel like you have nothing else to do. Just beam bright beams, imagine people smiling, and attract, you know, add to your mind, program what you want it to attract. You know, listen to good vibes. You might think that it's insignificant if to just listen to boring or negative people with miscellaneous information, but it's all programming your mind. So thanks again for joining me, guys, for this Mythbuster. You know, and ultimately, it's all about the sacred womb and vagina. It's like the flower of life, the flower of humanity. It's who we are. So we need to celebrate that, and as opposed to so much attention and affection towards other things, towards pets, etc., etc. All right. So again, thank you for coming to join me here. And I gotta say, man, aloha. Here we go, birdies, birds in play, birds in play. Aloha, guys.